We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They run here with Dowdle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, May. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malik Harrison gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to go down again. Lucas Van Ness getting 3 there to bring him down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Commanders use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your...
Here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
It's Brian Branch with it, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for... Commanders touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They run again with Dowdle. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A running play. It's Dowdle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle.
Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll throw with May. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's May. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's May. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Nico Collins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And just a 30-yard punt that time.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Off the play fake, here's May. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Second and 10. Throwing here is May.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To the air, May. That is caught, and he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action, May.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw, May.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. In motion right, that's Hamler. They go play action now. May.
Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
May going to bat this one forward.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Gets this quickly to Ingram.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
And they go play action with May. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Nico Collins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Nico Collins.
His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much...
And now here is another interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
4 receivers in the formation here for a 3rd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. From the gun, it's May.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hand.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Malik Harrison able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
From the shotgun, it's May. This pass caught by Hamler.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Commanders Field.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles.
And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guy.
It got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, here's May. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henderson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.